As we've been reporting this morning, bad news for actress Sandra Bullock. There are reports that she and her husband, Jesse James, have split. This after tattoo model Michelle McGee says that she had an affair with James. Here to talk about all of that are Jumana Kidd. She is the ex-wife of NBA player Jason Kidd, relationship expert Heidi Banks, and Noah Levy, who is senior editor of In Touch Weekly, which broke the story. Good morning to all three of you.
Good morning.
Let's start with you, Noah. It's such a shock. We were talking about earlier because it was almost 2 weeks ago that we saw her so seemingly happy and thanking her husband at the Oscars. How did you break this story?
Well, you know what, this story is a result of a lot of hard work, due diligence, and a lot of research. But, you know, it's an unfortunate result of Hollywood marriages. They just don't seem to work out. And it seems like you have this powerful, award-winning actress, and she can never have a man that stays loyal.
We'll talk about that with Heidi in a minute. Was there any indication in your months of investigation that there was any trouble prior to this?
You know what?
Definitely.
There was. You know, Sandra was filming in Atlanta. She was filming The Blind Side. Jesse was leading Michelle to believe that they were actually separated, and she lived in Atlanta. So it seems like there was definitely some dishonesty, I think would be appropriate to say. Other than that, you know, Sandra seemed to be very much the doting partner, thanking Jesse publicly and really being loyal to him, his daughter from another relationship, and trying to make this relationship work.
So it would seem that she really was blindsided by this.
Sandra seemed to have it all.
All right, Heidi, we're talking about two known actors who have been in the spotlight and have a lot going on in their lives. Is this surprising? Is this inevitable? Why does this happen so frequently?
I would never say inevitable.
Good.
I think there's enough Hollywood marriages that have worked. We just seem to focus on the ones that don't. But let's look at the speech she made. The first thing she said to him was, "I want to thank you for being the first one I could trust to hold my back." Immediately, trust issues. She's got something going on in that area. So I'm not surprised that this has shown up.
We saw this with Tiger Woods and Elin. We've been talking a lot about them. Can this be fixed? Is this beyond repair?
Every relationship is fixable. Every relationship can survive. The thing to look at here is he's the bad boy.
Right.
There's been, you know, there's a lot of indication here. She was amazing this year helping in that custody battle. A lot of stress on a relationship when you're in a custody battle, even if it's not your child. And she did say, "I feel like a mother to this child." But, you know, wrestling with the ex-wife who was a porn star, a lot of questions in that area, a lot of questions about Jesse and his own self-esteem, because she had a big year. And when the man has a big year and the woman has an okay year, it usually works. I hate to sound sexist, but it's just because that's the way it is.
But she was having a big year.
She was having trouble. The biggest year.
So maybe he sought solace somewhere else.
Exactly. Biggest year of her life. Biggest year. And my heart is so with everybody. I know America's heart is with her and him as well. Hopefully they can work this out because they did seem like such a wonderful couple.
I know. Jumana, you and your husband seemed like a wonderful couple as well. You had this relationship in the spotlight that didn't turn out to be everything that people thought it was. What must Sandra Bullock be going through right now?
You know, I think she seems like such a strong, amazing woman. Yeah. So I know that, you know, intentionally, no matter how much you want to say, you don't care what people say and who cares, you do. You're a bit embarrassed and ashamed because it was built up to be something that was so perfect, and I think she should have nothing to be ashamed of because she poured her heart out there. And when she did say that, you know, she had her best year because she finally found someone who had her back, she spoke her truth at that point, and I think that just makes us love her even more. Right. So hopefully not too ashamed. I think probably hurt, devastated, shocked. She was blindsided for sure. What
complicates this is that she's a stepmom, just like you. How do you deal with this when there are children involved? How do you explain it to them?
Well, with my own children, you know, you have to be very careful and just make sure that they don't feel caught in the middle and they don't feel that there's a good guy or bad guy, and that, you know, adults, you know, aren't perfect, and sometimes it's just how it works. I love my stepkids.
Do you still have a relationship with your stepkids?
Yes, I do. I love them very much. And I mean, of course, I don't see them or speak to them as often as I would if we were married still, but they know they can count on me, call me. I love them. It's not something you just stop loving. Two beautiful children that I'll never stop loving.
Jumana, thank you so much. Heidi, Noah, good to have you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.